The Texas Stock Exchange, what specifically do you expect it to do for this economy? It's electric. It doesn't necessarily bring a lot of jobs here, but what do you expect it to do?
Listen, for one, is going to completely transform Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas is already a massive financial center, but when you put a stock exchange in there, that will make it really the financial heartbeat of the entire country. Importantly, Julie, one thing that it does is this. It's so important to all different types of businesses to have access to capital. This will be a stock exchange that will ensure any type of business is going to have access to capital in a business-friendly state like the great state of Texas.
You know, I've talked to people about the Texas Stock Exchange who say this is just a pipe dream. It's not going to happen. What do you say to them?
They simply don't know the facts. So let's run through a couple of facts like this. And that is, as you know, but the others may not know, Texas is the dominant economy in the United States. A lot of people are still locked into the perception that New York is the leading economy. They have fallen behind for many years now. The economy that's moving the country is the state of Texas. For the last month and last year, Texas ranks #1 for the most new jobs. For the past 12 years, Texas is ranked #1 for the most new economic development projects where businesses are coming from other states or expanding within the state of Texas. But then look at the financial sector itself. There are more financial sector employees in Texas than there are in New York. Something that's very important to a stock exchange is rapid transactions. The thing that provides those rapid transactions are data centers. Already, the Dallas area has enough data centers to make sure that the transactions will take place at the accurate speed. However, Texas has the ease and the speed to add even more data centers than do places like New York and New Jersey. And then look at what's going on with the creation of this stock exchange. It's the best funded stock exchange to go seek permission from the SEC ever. And then look at the leaders of it. Leaders of it have come from the Nasdaq, come from the New York Stock Exchange parent company, have come from businesses like Charles Schwab. And also, Julie, very importantly, the lead investors in this are all of the most significant traders of stocks and other things like that in the entire country. And so all of the elements have come together to really ensure that Texas is going to kick off the stock exchange very prolifically.
You know, you talked about data centers here in Dallas. I do want to ask you this, though. Those take a lot of power, and there have been a lot of questions about our power grid here. Are you confident that the power grid can support data centers to support this Texas Stock Exchange?
So, Julie, let me bring you up to date. With what we've done, with the laws that I've signed, which is more than a dozen of them, Texas now has the stable power grid that ever since I signed those laws, no Texan has lost power because of the Texas power grid. Right now, Texas provides more than 100,000 megawatts of power on any particular summer day. You may not know what that means, but here's what it does mean. Texas provides more power than New York and California combined. And so we have far more power than the state of New York has, but I signed laws that invest more in more power generation. Between now and 2030, Texas is going to increase our power generation by 50%. Add to that this component. We're providing economic incentives for dispatchable power, such as natural gas-fed power, and we are seeking to have data centers come and provide their own power source so that it will not be taking power away from homeowners or business owners.
Elon Musk, very well-known Texan now, who's got a lot of business here. Do you expect him, when he goes public, to put his companies on the stock exchange?
You know, this obviously is the kind of thing that Elon is very interested in. He's into innovation. He's into things involving Texas. He's into the need for speed and recognizes that this delivers the type of less regulation, more speed than maybe some other options. And this really dovetails with the way that Elon Musk does business.
Have you discussed it yet with him?
Sure, I have. And I think it's the kind of thing that really is up his alley.